Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Piera and today I'm going to be reading shit reviews of my favourite books. Now this is something I have wanted to do for a long time, but essentially what I've done is I have trolled the depths of Goodreads, the 1-star reviews for my favourite books. I've picked out a few gems, just truly sassy gems, and I'm gonna share them with you because I needed a good laugh and they were fantastic. The first book that you guys shat on was Nevernight by Kristoff, which was our obvious beginner. I've got my laptop and I'm going to read some of the best reviews on Goodreads that are 1-star. Okay, let's start with. It was just a denser version of Shatter Me. These ones are great because they're like literally taking the piss out of the writing style as well. Finished the book. I sigh. Twist my head. Arched my back like a mewling kitten towards its mother. Hungry, afraid. An innocent newcomer in this cruel, cold world. My head ached. An unbelievable pain like a knife to the head. Hilt broken like a katana sword struck by a bullet in a fight between a samurai and a cowboy. How can I describe the pain, the suffering, the eternal twilight of an endless night, the soul-sucking misery, the mind-numbing boredom, worse than any kind of liquid nitrogen reaching 0 Kelvin. Oh, hapless imagery. Oh, destruction of the English language. How I beseech thee, book, to stop thus. Best one I've read. I've read my fair share of bodice rippers. Books in which a love scene is dragged out in excruciatingly flowery language. So flowery, you could choke on the scent. See what I did there? I have rarely read a love scene so overblown and contrived as the, honestly, I don't know what to call it, thing at the beginning of this book. The plot is convoluted and barely detectable between the clusterfuckery of purple prose. The heroine, whom, may I add, is a demon, I think. She's awful. Any semblance of emotion that she may have been able to make her body feel in the past is gone. And now only darkness slithers off her skin. Oh, fuck off. The cat who is not a cat, why thank you, I know, you told me a billion times already. Go haunt someone else's shadow. Watch over another balcony with your not eyes. Would you even have those? I don't know. How does that work? Everyone hates the footnotes. Mia Corvair is ridiculously arrogant. From the first page of the narrative, it becomes glaringly obvious that Mia has the level of self-confidence that many of us only dream of having. And this self-confidence is not misplaced. Our protagonist is actually good at everything. She's attractive, though not beautiful, in the conventional way. She's alright with a weapon, but learns how to be the best in an incredibly short amount of time. She's studied poisons, thus having the upper hand in one of her classes, notorious for being the toughest. And she's a Darken. She has the ability to influence shadows. Though she doesn't fully have this under her control, she's largely oblivious as to what it means to be a Darken. Congratulations, Nevernight, you just won the prize for the worst book I have read so far. Oof. And my god, this was one of the most exhausting books I have ever read in my life. Love that for us. Not loving this fringe though. Next up we have Red Rising by Pierce Brown. Now there's a few in here that are absolutely golden. One of them is even a script. Shall we? Pierce Brown. I'm a hack writer. Buy my copy of The Hunger Games on Mars. I mean, Red Roses. Red Riding Hood? Red Rising, whatever. Here's what I wrote during my shifts at McDonald's. Fuck originality. I'm in this for the Benjamins. 4-picture movie deal? Here I come. Oof. Love that. Darrow is an awful character. At the beginning of the book, I was ready to get behind him because I thought he was going to have a Spartacus storyline going on. You know, one where he finds a reason to fight for the lives of the oppressed. That reason should have been his wife. But as the novel progressed, Darrow seemed to forget about EO and the cause and was mostly interested in talking about himself. I don't really care if you are, and always have been, supposedly gorgeous and great at everything you do, Darrow. You know, for such a dull book, Red Rising gave me a lot of rage. I wouldn't recommend it unless you want to torture yourself, or maybe you have nothing else to read, in which case I'd suggest finding a newspaper, because you'll find the same asinine characters and shitty plot in the Daily News. This one I agree with. I absolutely loathe the casual sexism and homophobia that runs through this book. And the female characters express derision by suggesting that things are done like a girl. No. Just no. Darrow is pretty much an idiot, in my opinion. He acts like he's one of the Golds and is convinced they love him, but he still does such a great job of forgetting he's an infiltrator and they'll all slit his throat if they found out the truth about him. The first thing you should know about me is I am my father's son. Really? No. Fascinating. Yes, we get it, you're perfect. But who wants to read about perfect characters who know everything and are better than everyone else around them? How can you relate to someone who mastered all of the secrets of the universe at 16? Big fucking mood. Here's my script. Darrow, I just want to mine. I mean helldive, and bone you Io, my beautiful teen bride. No, Darrow, my hunky teen hubby, you've got to be like the savior of Mars or something. I think a Disney movie did that recently and didn't do it well. This'll play better because it's about love, but not really. I'll die, giving you a contrived reason to go through with this revolution that you don't give a shit about, and it'll be like, romantic? Fucking hell, so even in death you're making me do shit I don't want to do. So what, I gotta kill some evil dude? Who knows? Certainly not the writer. P.S. so shitty, even my surname is smeared brown. But here's what you're going to do that doesn't really inform how you're going to change the world. I'm gonna die as a martyr even though the ruling class people kill people all the time for no reason and nobody bats an eyelid. My death is special because you are Neo. I mean the chosen one. Whatever your name is, here, arbitrary guy. You'll undergo a risky plastic surgery to look like a gold. They're the ruling class because Pierce Brown read a Green Lantern comic recently and the color divisions made sense to his infantile brain. Pure script genius. Big fan, big fan. I'm sweating, that was so intense. Next book is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. These ones mostly just shit on Lila Bard. Intriguing and has elements of being something that had extreme potential, but unfortunately, the severe lack of plot, the abysmal world building, and the utterly annoying characters really let me down. I cannot bring myself to write about the pathetic character of Lila, who I hope dies horribly at some point in the series. I'll just say she's one of the most insufferable, childish, spoiled, stuck-up, conceited pieces of crap I've ever read about. More like a blander shade of boring. I'm pretty sure I have problems with almost every aspect in this book. And finally, The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. His world is about as strange and dangerous as a mashed potato sandwich. His protagonist is comically overblown wish fulfillment for people who weren't popular in college. I'm absolutely mystified that this novel is so highly regarded. For one, the protagonist is an insufferable little shit. He's the best musician, the best dueler, the best test taker, the fastest learner, the snarkiest snarker, and the best actor. Plus, he's got the greenest eyes too, and an encyclopedic knowledge of everything there is to know ever, and a tragic past. But he has one handicap. He's dirt poor. But hey, that's okay, because he's so awesome it hardly matters. Another irritant was Kvothe, the paragon of perfectness. He was beyond perfect. He had no flaws, and after a while, it got annoying. Would it have killed the author to give this main character a zit or something? On a whim, I started filling out the Mary Sue litmus test for Kvothe and got tired of checking all of the boxes. You know what this is? A patriarchal pile of shit that's in love with his own voice. I found Dani to be particularly dull. I didn't understand what Kvothe saw in her other than the fact that she was hot. Attempts to make her mysterious and intriguing didn't work for me. Pretty face hopping from man to man for money, and supposedly she's really smart, but why doesn't she go to the university too, or get a job? I was gonna start making suggestions on improving her character, but at this point, I don't care. She could have a tragic backstory and I wouldn't care. She could be one of the freaking Chandrian and I wouldn't care. I cannot stress enough how much I didn't care about this character, and that's probably one of the worst things I could say about a work of fiction. So those were some of my favorite 1-star reviews on Goodreads about my favorite books. Some of them I agree with. Anyway, if you've got a favorite 1-star review of your favorite book, leave it below because they're fucking hilarious. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!